So I am the only girl in my family. I have 4 brothers, and usually when people find out about that, they're usually like, oh, I'm sorry, or they're like, did you always want a little sister? And for a long time, the answer was yes. And then one day, it just kind of clicked. I realized how lucky I was to have 4 brothers. I'm the second to the youngest, so I have 3 older brothers and 1 younger brother. And I've grown up watching them and admiring them and realizing what amazing men that they've become. So growing up with these 4 boys has been amazing, and they all have different qualities that I love about each of them, and they all have been very influential in my life. My first brother, Johnny, has been someone who's been very influential. Some of the reasons why I love Johnny so much is because he's a family man. Johnny, I love watching him interact with his daughters. It's so cute, and you can just tell how much he loves them, and also with his wife. And honestly, I hope to marry someone just like him someday, someone who treats their family like he does. Another reason why I love Johnny so much is because he's my brother that's always there for me, whether it's I need to call him for a question about school or whether I need to move in with him. Like, I've lived with his family a few times in the last few years, and they're always welcoming, and they always include me in everything. And I'm just so grateful to have him in my life. My next brother, Derek, has also been someone that's made a great impact in my life. Derek is probably my more entertaining brother. He's the one that we just do fun stuff together. A few weeks ago, I asked him to go to a Suns game with me, and even though he lives 3 hours away, he was hands down, he's like, sure, I'm coming. These are a few examples of things that we do together, but what I love about him is that every time we do something, he tries to teach me a lesson. He's my brother who is always teaching me something. So this is the first time he took me shooting, and he wanted to make sure I was safe. Over here is the first time I tried to drive a 4-wheeler with a clutch, because I usually just drive our 4-wheelers that are automatics, and that was an interesting experience, but he tried. So Derek is always continually trying to teach me something new. My brother Chris is my next brother, and he always teaches me stuff, but his is more by his actions. Chris is probably the hardest worker I have ever met. You give him a job, and he'll go out and do it, and he'll do it to the best of his ability. He's always working so hard. Another reason why I love Chris is because he's so caring. This picture's kind of dark, but it's a picture of him with my niece at the mall, and she loves the escalator. So I don't know how many times that day he took her up and down the escalator, and I remember telling my mom, we are such hicks. This is what we do with them. We can't even take him to an amusement park. But he just loves and cares for my nieces, and I love watching him interact with them and just see how loving he is towards them. My next brother, Brennan, is my younger brother, and I've seen a lot of the qualities that have come from Chris in with him, or he has a lot of those same qualities. Brennan and I kind of have a special relationship, and it's probably because he's my younger brother, but I absolutely adore him. He's probably my most loving and compassionate brother, and I can't remember a time where I didn't come in the room and he would just, first thing if he sees me, he gives me a hug and asks how my day is, and I just love that about him. He's so loving. And he's also my brother that I have the easiest time talking to. So even though he's my little brother, sometimes I'll just sit down with him and be like, hey, Brennan, I need your advice. Like, boys are stupid. Tell me what they think. I can't figure it out. So I love that about him. And just, I've seen so many qualities that Brennan has that have passed down from my other brothers to him. And I'm so grateful for these 4 amazing men in my life who have been so inspirational to me and have helped me. And they have so many qualities that I just love. And they've helped me to become a better person. Honestly, I feel like I'm the luckiest sister in the world. I couldn't have asked for anything more. I have 4 guys who are protective, who care for me, who love for me. And honestly, what more could I want?